Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Maw Issue number 4, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. We begin this issue with the flashback of Marion and her sister Wendy 2 months before the feminist retreat they did together and before Wendy's death. Wendy enters the room and says, "Sorry, Greg couldn't make it." Greg's her husband. "No, he isn't," says Marion. She asks Wendy how his mom. Drunker than any human has ever been, Marion offers Wendy a drink and responds with all but one. Marion continues to drink alone as if she's trying to reach rock bottom. "What happens if I'm not around to pull you back up?" says Wendy. Definitely some kind of foreshadowing of what we are to expect, and definitely a reference to issue number 3. Depression is rage turned inward. Words of wisdom from Wendy's yoga teacher. Same yoga teacher who says crystal cure cancer by teaching our brains to heal? A typical cynical response from Marion. But I wonder if that's possible. Just kidding. What's inside you, Marion, is powerful. You can use it more than just killing. You can use it to fight justice and make the world a better place. I feel like this is a preview where we're going with this issue. Present time, 12 days after the attack, we get this brother drinking alone at the bar. He was one of the attackers from the previous issue that led to Wendy's death. When the woman from the retreat bumped into his chair by accident, spilling his drink, it set him off and pissed him off. "You come here dressed all slutty and you get so wasted you can't see straight? You know what happens to girls like you, and someone's gonna teach you a lesson." "Okay, I guess so, daddy." A horrifically transformed Marion emerges from behind and knocks him out with the bottle. Kind of ironic, don't you think? Perhaps it's the kind of justice that she has taken into her own hands. She monologues, "If every victim in this world could get justice the way I got it, what would it be? 1 million slaps on the wrist? 1 million judges decided not to ruin some poor guy's life over a mistake?" Clearly, she's recounting her events, what happened to her. Men who hurt women without having nothing to be afraid of. But I want that to change. What she does next is unspeakable, and I can only imagine being slow and painful. Punishment, would you say? In this panel, we see Howie driving and gets an incoming call from Miranda Palmer at the women's retreat. He's driving and we're not sure what the call is about, and he tosses the phone out the window. Still dealing with the guilt and trauma over Wendy's death, he seems to be wandering aimlessly inside a store. Aimless no more as the transformed Marion grabs him by the ankle, kidnaps him, and drives him off to the undisclosed location in the woods. Marion describes her transformation in this panel as it doesn't feel like her anymore. The hunger is getting bigger, angrier, and coming through faster every minute. It feels like every horror story I've ever heard of is alive inside of me. The rage inside is tearing through my skin, and it's too much for anyone to carry. Too much to hold at once. I won't survive it, and neither will anyone else. She pulls Howie out the van and advises him not to run. What the flying F would you do in this situation? Seeing that shit, run! I guess Marion controls this other creature that stops Howie in his path. So he has no choice but to talk to you. Talk to Marion. "What happened to you, Marion?" "I got screwed and monsters crawl out of me. Ask your mother, she knows what it's like." And she's referring to Diana Spiro. "There was nothing I could do. I couldn't." There! Puts a chokehold on the fact that you had an excuse to rape. "That's how I know you deserve this." Wait! You know what? Stop! I'm glad you killed Felix, okay? I saw what he did to your sister. I'll never unsee it. But the guy had a knife and God knows how many weapons he had on me. He could have killed me, I swear. Oh, but Marion's like, "But I'm going to kill you by the end. I promise you. You'll wish I had a knife." "But I didn't do anything." And Marion untransforms into her normal self, or usually her normal. She's like, "Exactly. And she monologues into her past. "It took 3 guys to rape me. It took 22 guys to stand in the next room and pretend nothing was happening. Horrible things were done to my sister because of you. In front of you. You kept thinking it was someone else's job to stop him, but you didn't do anything. You didn't fight back. You didn't call for help. You didn't even tell anyone. You didn't do anything. You saved your own skin," and she morphs back into the mob monster, whatever the heck shit this is. "Why should you keep it?" "I cared about her too, Marion. I did everything I could." And he continues to tell Marion, "You knew Wendy better than I did. Do you think she'd want you to cause someone else's pain?" Boom! Gunfire! Diana Spears shoots him. And Marion's like, "What? I was gonna let him go." "No, we don't do that here. A woman is dead. There are consequences, Marion. But he was your son." "He was not my son. He was Howard's son," which is Diana Spiro's ex. And in reference to issue number 3, you know how she feels about him. And he got a quick, painless death. Many will envy him, but this is over. Now we go back to the women's retreat and they're chanting different names of, I don't know, their husbands, brothers, strangers, different names of men. And they're doing like this dark chant to the mother. Hear our voices, our wounds are your wounds. Our hour will be the hour of rising your son. All right, ladies, here's a chant. Are we ready to kill all men? Okay, I'm gonna give it, the ending here is, I don't know. I gotta see how issue number 5 wraps this up to see where we go with it, but I am intrigued. I do see where the story is going, and it's definitely like, what if the monster that men say Marion is, if she actually turned into that actual monster? I totally get that, and we'll see what issue number 5 is. I will definitely give this a shot. With that being said, Maw issue number 4. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you'd like to add this comic book to your comic book collection, link in description. If you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.